Today I was thinking about how everybody has different priorities. Some people are more materialistic, some people are more simplistic, some people are more into electronics, while others are more into knitting or home decor. And it got me to thinking about how simple and plain our house looks and how it might make some people cringe because of the lack of, I can't think of the right word, prettiness. Like I have a friend who has tons of pictures on their wall and inspirational sayings on plaques, and their whole house is like decorated. I have a few people I know who have all matching curtains and all matching furniture, but then the majority of the people I know are like me. We just don't care so much about showing off the appearance of our home. I mean, yeah, we keep it clean and organized and stuff, but we don't care about our furniture all being a perfect set or even matching. I mean, we probably would care. I'm pretty sure I would like to have some nice furniture and matching furniture, and maybe I'd care about fancy curtains if I had lots more money. But people who are living paycheck to paycheck, you have to prioritize. But you don't want to not own anything or not do anything enjoyable. You have to spend a little on some things, or it just feels like life isn't even worth living. For example, I have a little bit of a book collection. I'm not a huge bookworm, but I like books that are nonfiction, that have facts, history, genealogy, things like that. Anything to learn, like how to become an author, learning a language. I'm into that kind of stuff. And electronics. We're big electronic lovers in this house. We like to stay up to date. I mean, we can't be the most up to date, but we like to be mostly caught up. And I am trying to work from home, so I have a decent, not the best computer, not the worst computer. I have a nice middle ground computer. I have a nice desk. It's used. I got it from a Facebook group, but it's a really nice desk. And that kind of stuff I consider important and more of a priority in my life. But that's just me and our family dynamics, what goes on with us. Everybody's got their own thing. But the point is, I wanted to show you around some of the things in my house, show you how it's definitely not perfect. It's definitely not a display home. We don't have a whole bunch of people coming over, don't have like dinner parties, all that. We're rather introverted. Well, I'm more introverted than my husband, but most my friends and family are introverted. And most of his friends and family aren't anywhere close by, within hundreds of miles. So therefore our house, it's just ours. We're the only ones really seeing it most of the time, and what few family and friends do see it, they live simply like we do. So there's no shame, no concern, and I'm just at the age where I don't care what other people think anyway. So I guess what I'm getting at is, in case you do, or every now and then you do feel embarrassed about your home or your personal space, or maybe you're not embarrassed, you just are thrilled to find other people that live simply like you do. I want to just share some of my space with you so we can relate. Or, in some cases, I can make some of you feel better about yourselves and your house and your life. But I don't feel bad because I just don't require fancy stuff. I mean, like I said, maybe if I had loads of money, I'd think differently. I don't think I would. I think if I won the lottery today, I'd still want to shop at Walmart because it's just so embedded in my head to be thrifty. It's just in my nature, my soul. Anywho, with that being said, let me show you around some of the quirks in our home. Now, many families feel it is a priority to have decent, nice curtains to display for company. They don't have to be super expensive, but presentable. But in our household, not a priority. Just something to keep the sun out of your eyes. That'll do just fine. So here you have these awesome little rings that look like little clothespins, and they can hold virtually anything as long as the bar is sturdy enough to hold the weight of whatever it is you put in these clips. So here I have my bed sheet that I use as a curtain. I even folded it part way to give it a fancy ruffle appearance. Additionally, those of us who live in old houses that tend to be very drafty, letting in lots of cold air through the windows and the baseboards and every other place, we make it a habit to cover our windows with plastic in the winter times. Higher class people, or people who deem it priority, can buy fancier window covers that's see-through plastic, and you can use a hairdryer or something to shrink it and make it fit perfectly. But us people who are living on a budget and don't care about how things look, we use trash bags on our windows. In this case, I have used a giant clear trash bag that was a whole roll was given to me free by a relative, and some simple packing tape. I usually use duct tape. This year I used packing tape because we had some of that for free. Down here I used duct tape because we needed something stronger to go over that big cord. So the point I'm making is we don't care about matching furniture, matching curtains, matching anything. As long as it's getting the job done, it's serving its purpose, and it doesn't cost a lot of money, we're good. For example, here I have beautiful black. I have this wonderful brown stripe thing. Over here, we have a beautiful blue and white plaid, and it creates a lot of lovely static when you use it as a cover, hence why we decided to use it as a curtain. Over here, I have a nice, dull, foggy blue that is tucked behind a bookshelf, blocking the whole window. This window, we have khaki. And you notice 3 of the windows have the beautiful ruffle effect, while the plaid static nightmare has no ruffle. It's just flat. Do we care? Not at all. And let's not forget the giant extra wide doorway, too wide to put a door on. Look at that beautiful pattern it makes. You can draw designs on it if you want. This one is super, super warm to the point of make your blood boil if you cover up with it. And it creates so much static, it can electrocute you to death, I'm pretty sure. So again, that's why we chose to hang this one up here. It was a Christmas gift. And if we decide, you know, electric gets shut off someday and we're freezing to death, we can always take it down and use it to keep warm. And no house is complete without broken blinds. Yet another thing that we do not care about in this house is whether or not someone can see our internet cables and whatnot. And here is an area of my wall above my desk that I have turned into a bulletin board using the wall, thumbtacks, and Scotch tape. Who says you need a bulletin board for that? The wall is the bulletin board. Now, we do have a bulletin board, but instead of using it on the wall, it's being used for my son's Lego building because the Legos don't stand up on carpet. The bulletin board also has doubled as a jigsaw puzzle table. Rather than spend a fortune at the store getting fancy ones with or without legs and with or without drawers, we just decided to use the bulletin board. It works just as good. Up on this wall is where I created a baseball cap and accessory hanging area. Out of thumbtacks, of course. And we've used thumbtacks for this little nook as well to hang sunglasses on. Thumbtacks have so many good uses. And that concludes the house tour for today. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like me to keep making more, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It would help me out. Thanks a lot.